Thanksgiving dinner, my grandmother asked me, what the heck is this Bitcoin stuff anyway, right? And I said to her, do you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember that. I said, well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation.
What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. Bitcoin nears $16,000. This is the moment you have been waiting for, as extreme greed and FOMO is now taking over the market. This day has been incredible, as for the last 3 years, Bitcoin has been struggling to get back into these levels. Today, it has finally broke the deadlock. Bitcoin has powered to its highest price since early 2018 as the buying frenzy continues. BTC knocked down on the doors of 16,000 as the FOMO grips the market once again, in a move upwards that has added more than 12% over the past 24 hours. Bitcoin prices touched their highest level for 33 months, reaching $15,980 during the early trading days in Asia today, according to TradingView.com. The 16K level may form a resistance since there were 2 weekly closes at $16,000 in early January of 2018. So if this week's candle can hold on to these levels, then there could be a push higher towards that elusive all-time high. Chart patterns currently reminiscing those of late November 2017, when BTC made a rapid push from 7K to top out at 16K in just 3 weeks. Analysts have now noted that the price of Bitcoin is now 80% of its all-time high, the closest it has ever been to a full recovery, which has taken just 12 days on average from these levels to a historical all-time high. On the flip side, traders may now start to take some profits, which could result in a massive pullback. The fear and greed index is currently cranked over into the extreme greed zone at 90. The last time this happened was back in June of 2019, when it reached 92 and Bitcoin powered to its highest price that year, topping out at 14K. Experienced investors such as billionaire and former hedge fund manager Mike Novogratz advised against any emotion-based selling in a recent tweet, stating that the hardest thing to do in a bull market is to just sit on it. My pal Paul Jones calls it the pain of the game. This is a BTC bull market. Your job is to sit on your hands and lock away your phone. The US election results may have been the catalyst for this week's rally, as Joe Biden extends his leads over Donald Trump, with the counting almost concluded. At this time, Senator Joe Biden was leading by 264 to a whopping 214 in the rate of 270, with just 5 states left to go. Square has also just reported a record-breaking revenue and profit from Bitcoin sales on its Cash app. An additional factor to this Bitcoin bull rally is countries adopting Bitcoin. One of them is Iran, and this is for international trades and heavy sanctions and the falling of their Rial and the soaring of inflation. The Iranian government has adopted Bitcoin for international trade as the country's economic crisis deepens, with the recent rising of C-19 pandemic cases, the depreciating of the Rial, and the intensifying sanctions imposed by the US government. Iran's economic troubles just magnified. They are now undergoing a severe economic crisis as the C-19 pandemic cases surge in the country. The Iranian Health Ministry says that the number of daily infections has more than quadrupled in less than just 2 months. In addition to that, an increasing number of sanctions have been placed on Iran by the US government, while the local fiat currency, the Rial, continues to dramatically fall in value. Steve H. Hanks, professor of applied economics at Johns Hopkins University and a hyperinflation expert, described the situation in Iran as a classic death spiral. He detailed on Wednesday, stating that since January 1st of 2020, the Rial has depreciated by 54.23% against the USD. In the free market, an inflation rose from 21.89% per year to now 158.31% per year by measure, which makes Bitcoin now a solution to Iran's problems. While Iran has been a long pro-Bitcoin country, having regulated the crypto industry since August of 2019, the country made a major move last week to take cryptocurrency adoption to the next level. IRNA publications reported that the Iranian cabinet amended cryptocurrency legislations based on a joint proposal by the CBI and the Iranian Ministry of Energy to enable the central banks to use cryptocurrencies to pay for imports. This could also help the central bank evade restrictions imposed by the US government. While the government is still working out the details of how this will be done, the publications reported that the licensed Bitcoin miners in the country will have to sell their coins directly to the central bank, Iran Daily described. The Iranian government amended its regulations on cryptocurrencies to allow them to be exclusively used for funding imports at a time of increased pressure on the country's normal use of hard currencies. So based on the laws, cryptocurrencies legally mined in Iran will only be exchangeable when they are used to finance imports from other countries. The news outlet continued. The miners are supposed to supply the original cryptocurrency directly within the authorized limit to the channels introduced by the CBI. Furthermore, the legal cap for the amount of cryptocurrency for each miner would be determined by the level of the subsidized energy used for mining and based on instructions published by the Ministry of Energy. So what do you think about the Iranian government now using Bitcoin to survive sanctions by the US government? Let us know in the comment section below. Like the video, share, subscribe for some daily crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto and I'm out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years. True. Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.